Greetings and welcome back to Inspired Messages. I am Goddess Nini, and today we begin our new segment called Unveil. And what is Unveil? Unveil is grasping the metaphysical comprehension of biblical terms so that we remove the covering that is keeping us in the unknown. I don't want to use the word darkness because we will see how, that darkness is not what we were taught that darkness is. So we are going to begin bringing terms to help unveil the misinformation that we have been taught. So I would love to hear from you. And if you think that this would be a good idea, I would love to, your opinion or your feedback. So today we're going to begin with the word darkness. I think that's one of the words that we want to begin with. And I'm utilizing, for these segments, I'm going to be utilizing 3 different, books or reference guides. I'm going to be utilizing the Dictionary of All Scriptures and Myth. I'm going to be utilizing the Encyclopedia of Spirits and also the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary. So those are the 3 books I'm going to be utilizing. And of course, I'm probably going to screenshot the Bible verse that I'm going to break down, or not the Bible verse, but probably the chapter of the where I'm going to extract the words. And so I'll probably have the chapter on the screen with the words that's going to be unveiled. Let's put it that way. And so today we want to begin with one word, since this was an introduction, because I don't want these to be too long. We're going to start with the word darkness. The metaphysical meaning of darkness. So let's dive in. A Google search provided the meaning of darkness as being the partial or total absence of light. And it gave night, it gave the quality of being dark in color, and it also gave wickedness or evil. So that is what darkness is. That is the definition of darkness from a Google search. But when you come to the Dictionary of All Scriptures and Myth, and you look up the word darkness, listen to this. Darkness is symbolic of the instructable sources of the one and the all. Under the terms the absolute, the potential, the unknowable, and the unmanifest. With the Egyptians, darkness was the mystery of all mysteries. As Damascus, which is the first principle, says, the first principle, the Egyptians said nothing, but characterized it as darkness being all intellectual conception. It is necessary to point out that darkness is not to be understood every time it is mentioned in a bad sense, because Scripture speaks of it in a good sense. Darkness and clouds and tempests are said in Exodus to be round about, and in the Psalms, He made darkness His secret place. So if someone makes darkness his secret place, how can that be negative? How can that be evil? To continue, it says, the universe first existed only in darkness, And so when a child is in the womb, are they not in darkness? When you're planting any type of seed so that it grow, doesn't it go underneath the ground, or if in a flower pot, it is in darkness? Let's continue. It says the doctrine, and then it has in quotation marks, of Christian mysticism is ever that which is so emphatically enforced by the great non-Christian schools of mysticism that the being of beings is cognizable only by the purified mind. At first, the supreme reality appears to the inner eye as darkness. But however, listen to this apparent darkness is in itself light, dazzling and blinding in its splendor, and it gradually becomes visible as such when the spiritual vision is purged, when the veil is removed and strengthened and renewed by the stripping off of all love for the relative, the dependent, the phenomenal, and by the assiduous practices of all moral virtues. So, in order to grasp these concepts, to grasp these metaphysical meanings, to bring a light, to unveil, you must renew your mind. Therefore, you must purify your mind. That means remove everything that you were previously taught or what you previously learned and start fresh. This is the renewing of the mind, the concept of renewing the mind, so that you get this. I understand we've been taught this your entire life, and it's so hard to make changes, but we must remove the veil. Removing the veil is what is going to help us raise our consciousness. This is going to help us elevate ourselves so that we are able to uplift humanity, because you cannot uplift humanity in a space where your mind is convoluted with misinformation. So again, we are unveiling. Thank you for listening. I am Goddess Nini, and until next time, one love.